gonna be rough. I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be real rough, right? Don't go for the $40 ones. It's probably just a rental, right? So, the first brand we're gonna look at, actually, surprisingly today, is Honda. Now, Honda it's complicated, right? First of all, if you're gonna buy a Honda, oh, that's an amazing deal. Oh, that's $5,000. We can't afford that. I'm cursed. Hondas are really only cheap in one scenario. If they were part of the Takata airbag recall. If they were made between 2001 and 2006, they're going to be cheap, but they're going to have issues with Takata airbags, so be prepared. If you buy a car with Takata airbags, there's no question about it. You need to take it in. They'll probably do it for free. I know they will, and if they don't do, you report them, because it was their fault, and they have to fix it for free because they done messed up. Yeah, now I would, like, that generation Civic that I was looking at before is an amazing first car, right? The trick is just finding one that's cheap enough, because they're so amazing, everyone knows that. So this would be an amazing first car. Black, ooh, with the Navi. Navi is great. That is exactly what I like to see. Now, that's been installed aftermarket, but hey, for this car, who cares? It's not like you're trying to keep it pristine or anything. $180,000, that's not bad for a Civic, actually. They last a lot longer than you think they would. Everything looks pretty clean. It could definitely do with a cleaning, but it doesn't look clapped out or anything. And we can see the black paint is worn about to what it should be, still has the stock wheel covers, and the interior looks like they've just driven it. You know, they haven't really taken care of it, but they've driven it. They, of course, had some sort of satellite radio sitting up there, glued to the thing, or they just left their phone there for years. Yeah, I mean, great buy. That would be, in my mind, what I would call a purchase well done. If you walk home with that, congratulations. Welcome. You're part of the family. I mean, that was a very good purchase. Very smart of you. Now, I want to see if we can get any Prii. Just because Prii can be cheap when you really need something cheap. And, that's exactly, yes. Oh, they knew exactly what I was thinking. So, 2006 and later Priuses are your best friend. If you are looking for a used car, this is the best option. I don't care what you were looking at before, best option. So this is not a touring at all. I would trust the listing just because it's in a cornfield. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it looks like they've got seat covers in. I would definitely take those off. Prius is like the ultimate used car. You know, they last so, like, you try to kill them and they just won't die. Now, let me show you why the Prius is so great. So, first of all, it has this very durable face. Like, a lot of them have fog lights or crap that'll degrade over time. These just have these big-ass headlights. And, you know, they fade or whatever, but they're really easy to bring back. On the side, they don't have hubcaps that fall off, except for the little side ringy ones, but, you know, they're really cheap. You can buy them on hubcaps.com, and Toyota still makes them. Well, other companies contracted by Toyota still. It's very complicated. We can see this one has a different bumper, which means it's probably been in a crash. I wouldn't go for this one, you know, but still a very good vehicle. Now, we can definitely see, like, the back here. Very nice. Hybrid Synergy drive there, you know, little dog sticker there, which means they've had pets in it, which isn't great, but, you know, if you get it cleaned, I'm sure it'll come out. Right, so we have a good interior. If it doesn't have the tape deck, that definitely means it's newer, so a little tell, right? If it's listed as a 2008, but you're worried it's actually a 2004 or something older, if it has a tape deck, it's definitely from 2004, and if it has a shiny dashboard material, it's before 2006. Good car. I mean, amazing storage space in the back, durable interior. This is a good purchase. I mean, if you were looking for your first car, I think that would actually, you know, work out pretty well for you. Now, you can find second generations if you know how to look. But, I mean, you're going to get the Prius 1, which isn't that bad. And also, I think the 2009 is just up there when it comes to reliability. And also, 2010 as a model year burned oil like crazy. No, piston rings. It had piston ring problems. I would run, you know, the 2010s, don't buy it. You know, 2009, even a worn one like this, where someone is definitely sat in that for an extraordinary amount of time. Even this would be a better buy than a 2010. It's going to have piston ring problems no matter what you do. It was a very widely affected issue, right? So we've seen the Prius of the world. Let's do Toyota in general. Right? Oh, price. Oh, I haven't set it to $3,000. No wonder it... Huh. I didn't realize we had to reset that every single time. So I know I looked at some of these. I want to pick one that I haven't seen before. So this 2011 Corolla LE, amazing buy. So we can see it has stock headlights that have been shined. Pretty good, pretty good. You know, no fog lights, which means it's definitely an LE. This was just a very good generation. Holy mama, that is a aftermarket as it comes. Now, you're buying your first car in this generation of Corolla only came with the radio unless you really went all out. So you're going to get the radio. I think this would be pretty good, although if it's cheap, which it looks like it is, just some cheap aftermarket bullshit, I wouldn't really go after it. Here, 5. Oh, scam. So many people, why does everyone just feel the exorbitant amount of, just feel this thing in their heart telling them to scam people, you know? I mean, it's painful, right? Again, if it's too cheap and too good to be true, then it's too good to be true. So like this, you know, this is a Corolla S. Very good wheels, very good car in general. I would look at that hood, though. It looks like the latch is broken. Interior is sporty. It looks like they've taken really good care of it. For $1,500, that's an amazing purchase. I mean, it really is, right? One of these older Camrys, I don't think they would hold up as well as you think they would in a car, in an accident. These XLEs can be really good, though, because they have, again, really nice durable wheels that are not just going to, you know, fall apart like plastic crap. The leather is usually really nice on them, and they have dual-zone climate control, which, if that's something you're looking for, can be really nice. Now, this one hasn't bumped up there, which means it hasn't been parked in the sun a whole lot. That's usually a really good tell. If it bumps up around the airbag, then it's definitely been sitting in the sun for a very exorbitant amount of time. So, you know, that's usually a good tell. Something like this, $800. If it's under $1,000, you probably can't buy a car for that much, unless it's a piece of shit. Like, you have to be honest with yourself, right? So if you're buying like that's not a Camry. Oh, well, thanks for the Genesis. Great. And then I think he just wanted to show people his Genesis. He's like, here's the wrap job I did on it. Wait, was that on the Camry? Is this Camry wheels? No, that was definitely on the Genesis. You know, like, you know, just don't get scammed. Just don't. These 2003s can be really good. Just look out if they're parked in the sun, because then the entire interior is going to be warped. So, next, a brand that I think is really good to buy from, Lexus. Set at $3,000. Now, a $3,000 Lexus is a little bit like some Captain Crunch. I'm sure it's going to taste real good, but it's definitely going to hurt, you know, because they're always so expensive. So, meanwhile, you could get like a 2012 Toyota Camry for $3,000. You're going to be looking at 2003 Lexus. You know, this isn't bad. This looks like it's been absolutely clapped out. It does have the stock navigation system, which is very good. The stock Lexus steering wheel. You want most things to be stock. Because, again, people don't know how to aftermarket things usually, and they start fiddling with them, and then that's when things go wrong. So, very, very good, right? Very, very, very good. Now, this is a 2007 RX. This car looks older than it is, which means they probably don't know what they have. And it looks like they've just done the auto filter fill thing for them. It also doesn't have the stock radio. I would replace the emblem and maybe replace the steering wheel with something a little bit more dignified. But other than that, very good purchase. I would think that'd be an excellent, great first car. You just need to clean it up a bit, get it out of its sludge. Now, Subaru has a lot of amazing first cars, although you're going to be looking at the olds, you know what I mean? This Matrix wagon actually would not be a horrible purchase. That'd be an amazing first car if you can get some good hubcaps for it, you know, maybe maintain it a little bit. That would definitely be great. Oh, free. Come on. Freeze Super Impreza 2.9. Yeah. Wow, they're really trying to sell this thing. Yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I need your F-150 or your Subaru Impreza. Okay, I think I'm pretty good on that. So yeah, like I said, you're going to be looking at something older, like a 2005 Subaru Outback. Now, this is a great generation for the Outback. I can guarantee it's going to be safe enough in an accident if you get in one. This could make an amazing first car. You want to check the title. It needs to be in good condition. This is $149, which means it's not that bad. Now, it doesn't have a third row. I'll do family cars later. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad car. I think it will make an excellent purchase, although I definitely wouldn't call it, like, up to snuff with brand new cars, right? Don't buy Hyundais. Just don't. You're going to get scammed. Buying a Hyundai new is getting scammed. Buying a Hyundai used for cheaper than the dealers are selling it for is also being scammed. Any deal where you get a Hyundai, even if it's free. Anything where you end up getting a Hyundai at the end is a scam. Because Hyundais, they're just money pits. You just dump money into them. You never see it again. So this, again, is another... We can see the vent's been popped out. Not something great I like to see. Something as minor as that isn't going to affect the way you drive it, but it does tell a lot about the owner and how they've taken care of it. Like how they have fancy recording equipment, but yet not fancy enough stuff to fix their rear vent. This looks like it's been maintained very, very pristinely and very, very well, so I wouldn't, rag on it too much. This, I think, would be one of the best first cars here, aside from the Prius, just because, it's an off-roader, it'll last a really long time, Now, a brand that a lot of people wouldn't think that I would look at is Volvo. Volvo. Now, I know that sounds just weird. Like, why would I buy a fussy, fancy car for my first car, especially if I don't want to touch it that much? Like, a lot of people buy a fixer-upper for the first car, and then they find out that they're way in over their head and that they have no idea how to fix the car that they just bought. This would actually be very, very good. Is that an S80 V8? Oh my god, for $2,000? $220, that's not bad. Buy this. I don't care where, if you live in Tampa, I don't care where the hell you live, buy it. Buy it. It's an amazing purchase. Get some new leather on the seats, get a new armrest, maybe get some pins in that headliner, but an S80 V8, this would make a perfect first car. Now I get it, the seats look worn, the wheels look worn, it looks like a worn out car, but this car is so reliable. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You're going to need some glue or a new headliner. You're going to need some new leather seats and maybe a wet wipe, apparently. But an amazing purchase. I mean, that car I've seen them go for $10,000. Like, that is a reliable car. So, 2005 XC70. Again, very, very, very good car. Now, these are very reliable. I've seen them last a really long time. They're not really... They're like, think of it as an MPV. It'll go anywhere you need it to go. It'll do anything you need it to do, but you won't be very comfortable when doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very good, reliable car. I don't think that was a stock option. I think all of this has been replaced because I think the airbags were detonated once. Although, maybe it was a stock option. Maybe it's the two-tone steering wheel from Volvo, like, 2005, like 7 years before they came out with it. Yeah, who knows? Overall, I think this would be a pretty good purchase. Maybe not as a first car, but I think, if you're looking for a car, that'd be a pretty good purchase. So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.